Hello everyone, this is Wasim and welcome to Skill Development Sessions with ITRC Technologies. In today's video, we will learn the 10 most amazing and useful formulas in Excel. So this is the list of formulas which we are going to cover in this video. So here is a raw data sheet that I have created which we would be using to do totals or to do examples. Alright, so the first formula we are going to learn is sum formula. It allows you to add the values. So how do we add values now? Over here I'm quick write is equal to sum, which is the formula to add numbers, and now it's a number 1 comma number 2 comma number 3 and so on. So what you can do is you can select a cell containing a number, press comma, select another cell containing a number, press comma and so on and close the bracket. You can have around up to 252 such cells in this one formula. And here is the answer. It is another way of doing is equal to sum, put on the bracket and select the cell range, colon, for which you want to do the total like this. It is called selecting a range and you can get your answer. So there's another way. We have too many options is equal to sum, open the bracket. I fill the numbers like 10 plus 6 plus 40 and close the bracket. You get the answer. So we done the sum formula. And the second one is average. Now we understand that you need to find out the average of sales that happens for January, February, March, April, May and June. So we can do that. There is a very simple formula for that. So firstly select the cell is equal to average and then open the bracket, and it says select your numbers separated by commas. So you can leave these two behind and the average is, let's close the bracket, and the average is 560.75. That's one way. Another way is equal to average and open the bracket. So now select the cell range from January to colon, okay, select the range and close the bracket. Now you get the average sale of January to June is 540.333, and you can also select the average using this option, number is equal to average, then opening brace. This time you simply write the cell values. I am selecting here the values of 3 cells, January, February and March. So for January its value is 545, then separated with commas, then 342 for February separated with commas, and for March is 567 and close the bracket. And the average of first 3 month is 484.667. So we done the average formulas. And the third one is count formula, very helpful formula. Now what it does is it counts the number of cells in a range that in numbers, right? So I type in count and I select the complete row. Firstly I select the cell is equal to count and then open the bracket. Now I select the complete row. This is how we apply it and close the bracket. Now it say 8 cells in a range contains numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Date is also a number and these 3 are text, so it is not showing them in this count. If I make this as A, so it's turned into 7 by pressing Ctrl Z to go back. Now you know how to use the count formula. And the next is conta, very important formula again, is equal to conta, open the bracket, and it say count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Now in this range we want to find out the cells which are not empty. So again select the range, okay, then close the bracket. There are 11 cells in this range which are not empty. For example, if I delete one over here, select the column and let's delete. So now the result is 10 cells. in this range that are not empty. Now I press Ctrl Z to go back. So that's the conta formula for you. Now let's move on the next one. Is equal to concatenate, then open the bracket, and it say join several text strings into one big strings. For example, I happen to have the first name and the last name. Let's assume the first name and this is the last name, or let's say this is the country name and this is the city name. I want to have them together, so I will select the country name, enter a comma, and now select the city name and close the bracket, and I have India and New Delhi mentioned over here. But it is not look nice. There is no space between them, alright. In certain cases you might want of comma between, so I will change the approach. I have been is equal to concatenate, need to open the bracket, select the text, press comma, into the quote symbol, space, close the quote symbol, to a comma now, and select the second term, New Delhi, which you want to have join, close and close the bracket, and you have India and New Delhi. Now there is a space between India and New Delhi. You can edit the formula by double clicking on it and now pressing the comma between double quotes. Now see what will happen. It's India comma New Delhi. So you can do this with first name and last name, a very common example. Now next is if formula, a very helpful and useful formula. So let us see how we do give an example. If formula is a logical formula which checks whether a condition is met and return one value if true and another value if false. Alright, so what we will do is equal to if, then open the bracket, and this cell is equal to text say India, okay, is equal to India, comma, value if say Hindi, which is the language of the country. Now put the comma, now open double quotes, and value if false, not return India over here, we will mention English here, and close the bracket. See, this is India, so we got an answer Hindi. If I type USA over here, it becomes English automatically. So if I copy this value in other cells, now you will check the result. Here is India, so corresponding language is Hindi, and here is USA and the corresponding language is English. So if I change here INDI India, and now let's see the language is Hindi, okay. And the next one is CONTIF formula, very effective and very useful formula. Now I want to find out is equal to CONTIF, then open the bracket. It counts the number of cells within a range that meets the given condition. Now I want to count the cells which contain the word India. So it's asking for range. So this range will be that range where your answer is located. Now there is a big range. I see. I have selected this. It's a criteria. I can type in my criteria now. Alright. I am heading it over here criteria. So I put comma here, double quote, then I write India here, okay, then close the double quote and close the bracket. You have the answer India is 6 times. If I change little bit in criteria, if I put USA over here, now you will see USA is 6 times over here. If I change something like I overwrite England into USA, now I will check the result. You can see it's 7 times. VLOOKUP formula, very helping and useful formula, right? I am copying the name over here. Let us take this example. Now I want to find the total sales. Let me have only one. I am making header for that. So car name and total sales, okay. For Ford, now we find out the total sale for Ford using VLOOKUP formula is equal to VLOOKUP, then open the bracket. We say select your lookup value. So my lookup value would be Ford. Table array will be at range which contain my answer. Make sure that it starts from that column which contains your lookup value, which is Ford, comma, It's a column index number. Now this is the most important part. Index number is simply way of Excel asking you from which column should give you the result. The result is located this column, which is called total sales, and its number should be what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But that's not the case because our range is starting from product, so the column number would be from here. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now press comma and type 4, comma 0 for a exact match, and you get the answer, and the answer is 3242. So if I take all over here like BMW and get a different answer, and if I override Volvo here, then I get a different answer. So this is very simple way of using VLOOKUP formula. And the next one is drop down list. It is a very important aspect. This is not a formula but a very important feature that is called creating a drop down list. Alright. Now many times while you are doing data entry, you might be required to create a drop down list, say over here itself. So how do I do that? Click in the cell and go to data and go to data validation, and from here select list and it's say source. Select a source, click over here and say this is my data source. I press OK. Now see my drop down list. I can use my VLOOKUP with a drop down list. See, the answer is changing. Yes. Okay. So guys, if you still did not like this video, please hit the like button. The last one is sum if formula. This is very important formula. Now sum if formula is based on a condition and you can get a result. Say for example is equal to sum if, then open the bracket. It says range criteria and sum range. Say for example I want to find out the total sales for just BMW for this range, right? So what I will do, I will select this area, its range. This is one which contains that criteria, and then say I can have my criteria mentioned over here. This can be my criteria, but I can even type comma and sum range. Which range do you want? Put up this in the range that you want to total up. I selected it and close the bracket and press enter. And BMW, the result is the total sum is 22806. Say Honda, it will change to 18816. If I choose BMW, it changes again 22806. So this is sum if formula. So guys, today we covered 10 most useful formulas in Excel, and if you like this video, kindly hit the like button, and if you have any question, do mention in comment section, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates. And thanks for watching.